Holy shit! That moves out pretty damn good. You get this thing up over 6 and it goes. Whew, I was not expecting that. There is 110 horsepower in this thing. What's going on, YouTube? So I hope this isn't going to be a don't meet your hero thing. I'm up here at Gateway BMW, my local BMW dealer. Same place I brought my S2000 from. And I'm going to ride an R9 T. I almost bought one of these things before I got my S1000, and it just didn't work out. I was buying it from a private owner, and it was really an impulse buy kind of thing. I've always loved them, but I didn't ride it, and I was trying to get the loan and everything before I rode it. So I got the S instead. And I was financed through BMW themselves instead of a credit union. So let's go. First initial thing. I've ridden a couple hundred feet down from the BMW dealer, and it's different, man. Oh. But that boxer motor, oh my God. But it's slow, so slow. This one has 1,300 miles on it. So I heard that some of these didn't have German transmissions. I don't know how true that is. I heard some of them were built in China. This is kind of nice. This one's got a couple extra options on it. It's got this, the windscreen, the Akrapovic exhaust, and it sounds like it's got the actual pipe pulled out of it, deafener, decibel killer. But this isn't too bad, really. With the windscreen, it's not really bad at all. The bars are a little bit taller than I'd expect. I mean, the motor is just, it's pretty smooth. I'm not going to say it's as smooth as the V4 on my VMAX, but it's not bad. Having that way down low is awesome. I guess it moves pretty good. I haven't actually gotten into it or gotten into the power band at all. You know, the R9 T, I do believe it's got like 110 horse. It's an all aluminum tank. It's got S1000 front end. Basically from the headstock forward, it's all S1000. Very responsive on the downshift. I kind of like it. I'm gonna have to get me one of these. The exhaust sounds great. It's different from anything else you ever hear. It does move out real. Ooh, it pops. It moves out pretty good. So far, I like it. I mean, I've gone little ways down the highway. It's a lot more livable than I expected. I mean, obviously, it'd be different without the windscreen. I don't know that I would have that windscreen on here. It's a little bit too big. I think it kind of ruins the lines on the front end of the bike, but I like it. I really do like it. Honda Nighthawk. I kind of like the cafe seat. It gives you something to butt up against. Throttle response is real good. This is a very, very well built bike. I'll say it's definitely worth the money that BMW asked for it. And while I like the old school airheads, I think I like the oil heads more. I would seriously consider buying this bike. I mean, I did, but now that I've ridden it, so much more likely. I mean, this thing is a 10 out of 10. You know, I'm a bit of a vintage, heritage kind of dorky person. That's one reason why I love BMW. They kind of stick to their heritage a lot as a manufacturer, both automotive and motorcycles. And this fits the bill. I mean, to celebrate BMW's 90 years in motorcycle manufacturing, they came out with this bike, and superb. I will own one of these. I mean, there's just tons of power. So smooth. The exhaust notes takes a little getting used to, but I can dig it. That's weird. It torques over. It was an old R100, it looked like. Holy shit! That moves out pretty damn good. You get this thing up over 6 and it goes. Whew, I was not expecting that. There is 110 horsepower in this thing. But anyway, so hopefully I'm going to have a lot more of these review series videos coming. I've got a couple other bikes in mind that I want to try. My buddies up there at Gateway are always happy to let me test ride a vehicle. They've got a ton of demo riders. I mean, everything from an S1000 RR, R9 T, to a big old K1300 LT. I mean, they've got everything that you can test ride. So, I'm going to be doing some more of these, and it'll be all different kinds of bikes. I ride all different kinds of bikes, so... No quick shifter. I went for the quick shifter, didn't have one. You need one. That surprised the hell out of me. So this is not going on a want to own list, this is going on a will own list. This thing is amazing. You know, I had heard things like, I had heard things from even BMW people who are like, Oh, it's a great like 5th, 6th bike, you know, something that you don't ride every day. But I could totally use this thing every day. I just waved to a scooter. I could totally use this thing every day, especially with this windscreen. I was afraid. Once that transmission gets warmed up, she gets pretty smooth. So here she is. (2015) R NINE T. 1150 cc or 1170. I think it's an 1170 now. 1170 boxer twin, air and oil cooled, single-sided swing arm, as you can see there. This is not factory. Now the factory exhaust is made by a Krapovich, but it's not that. Usually you've got 2 cans coming up, just like that. Fully adjustable shock, optional BMW racer cowl. There's your little quick knobby for the adjustment. This one has optional stainless steel lines. There's a full Krapovich exhaust system. Brembo monoblocks off of an S1000 single R, along with the Sachs front forks. All factory equipment. You can get a factory carbon fiber fender. This is a factory optional windscreen, which I'm gonna say is a must. I haven't ridden it without it, but that windscreen is just amazing. It's so much better than my VMAX on the highway. Is just ridiculous. Like, it's just wind blast like crazy. So I'm gonna say that windscreen's kind of a must. Maybe something a little more low key than that, but that is both function and form. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Yeah. Oh, that was a shit shift. This went from my want to own list to have to own list. And next bike on my checklist of try to take from one list to the other, the VMAX 1700. This thing is sick. I hope this has been recording the whole time. This thing is a perfect round town runner. I mean, unflawed. I mean, I haven't found anything to complain about. I've only ridden it for an hour. The gearing's not super aggressive. If I had to pick something apart, it'd be that. I think the gears are a little bit too tall. Bars feel wide, but they feel good. I don't even know that I would change them. First 30 seconds on the bike, I was like, oh, bars gotta go, they're too wide. But they feel good. They feel excellent. It's just... with the exhaust. The exhaust sounds great. Put a tuner on it. I was expecting something that was mediocre and needed some work to be excellent, and that's not this. BMW did their work. As you would, I mean, just like my S1000, there's not a damn thing besides maybe exhaust that I would do to that thing. This bike, in my opinion, gets a 10 out of 10.
Everybody's going ham. Goddamn.